It's official. I've got a new team. A team of regular Kiwis for the video game Rugby Challenge 4. The Steinlager ALTBLACKS.
Yes, kia ora everybody, welcome along to the inaugural test match of the Steinlager ALTBLACKS taking on South Africa. My name is Mark Peard, and well, Steinlager gave everybody across the motu a chance to pull on that coveted black jersey without even having to lift a finger in training. But don't take my word for it. Let's hear the kaupapa from Sir Graham Henry, one of our best coaches of all time.
It's official. I've got a new team. A team of regular Kiwis for the video game Rugby Challenge 4, the Steinlager ALTBLACKS. The selectors are looking for true Kiwi characters with amazing everyday abilities. If you have something unique to bring to our black jersey, we want to see it. On October the 2nd, the Steinlager ALTBLACKS will play their ultimate test against South Africa in a live-streamed e-sport match, with both teams controlled by expert gamers. Want to be a Steinlager ALTBLACK? Enter in our Facebook post below. Do it now.
And enter they did in their droves. I tell you what, Ted says do it now, and thousands of people did. So we will reveal that full 23-man and female squad shortly. But first of all, let's hear from one of our lucky 23 winners. This is the number 6 starting for today, Hamilton's finest party planner. Let's hear from Steinlager ALTBLACK, Danella Jackson.
Hi, I'm Janella and I'm a Steinlager ALTBLACK. I live in Hamilton. I'm a property manager for the Lodge. I've got 2 beautiful children that have all left the coop, and I am a very avid rugby supporter. So this opportunity has just been fantastic, and my friends and family just think it's just such a cool thing that I entered. So no, I'm stoked that I get a chance, which I never thought I'd ever would. The skills I can bring to the Steinlager ALTBLACKS is, I think, on and off the field. I've got my skill as party planner on my resume, so I think I can bring organisation skills on the field and definitely organisations for the victory parties after winning our games. What it means to be chosen as an ALTBLACK is that I get to wear this jersey and to be part of a team as the ALTBLACKS and have the actual All Blacks behind us. The reason the All Blacks will win against South Africa on Saturday night is we've got Jack Goodhue, who is leading our team. So with his skills, knowledge and prowesses, we will win by 30 plus for sure. I'm representing the All Blacks, especially for my friends and family, especially my gorgeous 2 kids, Kyle and Amber Rose. Words can't express how excited I am. I'm going to be wearing this jersey all day Saturday in preparation, and definitely wearing it during the game and right through to the All Blacks game. So no, it's awesome and I just can't wait.
Thank you, Danella. No more guessing where the after party's going to be. Danella Jackson, of course, wearing number 6. Let's cross now to who'll be starting in the number 3 jumper, Mr. Alistair Gray.
Hi there, I'm Alistair Gray from Invercargill, and I'm a Steinlager ALTBLACK. I'm a school teacher, been a school teacher for 25 years, and our school out here in Winton, Central Southern College, and I teach digital technologies, which is computing in the old days. Also a singer, been in lots of musicals, so yeah, music's a big part of my life. How excited am I? It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a really strange thing to be in, and so just the fact that we've been turned into a digital person, and then to have, you know, Jack Goodhue and the guy Zeno J, or however you say his name, to be playing live streams on a video game, just awesome. I can't wait to see what it's going to be like, and to see Jack beat the other guy. That'll be cool. Oh, look, every rugby player wants to put on the black jersey, and here I am about to be an ALTBLACK. They keep calling it the All Blacks, but it's because that'll do, but to be an ALTBLACK, how amazing. And when Graham Henry, you know, he was talking to me when he talked to me and told me I was in the team, we were sitting there, we had a bit of a jump around going, oh, I've made it finally as a rugby player. To be picked at tight head prop for the ALTBLACKS is pretty cool. Would have preferred centre, you know, Rico, he's the man at the moment, isn't he? And so that would have been quite good. So yeah, no, we're all good to go. Yep, represent the country.
Too much, Alistair. Nothing quite like having a tight head prop who fancies himself out in the midfield. And them's fighting words as well. Zeno J, or whatever that guy's name is. We'll be talking to Zeno J shortly, of course, and we'll find out what team he'll be looking after. But before we get there, let's see from number 16 now, off the reserves bench, it's Farah Davies.
Hi, I am Farah Davies, and I'm a Steinlager ALTBLACK. So a little bit about me. I'm 35 years old. I work as a mammographer for Breast Screen Counties Manukau. We screen ladies for breast cancer, and yeah, it's something I'm really passionate about. And I've got 2 kids, and I live in Auckland. Well, seeing that I'm playing for the All Blacks, there's no way we're going to let South Africa win. This is the All Blacks all the way. Oh no, there's no if we're going to win. We have to win. Going to be celebrating with my family in my little bubble at home. Yeah, get us all dressed up in our All Blacks jerseys and just have a good time. Well, I guess when you're supporting number one in the world, it's an honor to wear the jersey. Okay, so I'm super excited for the game, and I guess a bit nervous as well, just because it's a long-time rivalry between the All Blacks and South Africa. So yeah, anything can happen, but super excited.
We're super excited to have you playing in that 23-person squad too, Farah. Thank you so much for entering. So now let's see who is actually going to be controlling both these squads, because of course this is going to be played online, and there you see it. Taking control of the Steinlager All Blacks is obviously a man who everyone knows well, Mr. Jack Goodhue, with plenty of rugby skills, maybe lacking a little in his esports skills, taking on Zeno J, an absolute crowd favourite in the gaming realms. Zeno J, who has plenty of gaming skills, but may lack a little in rugby skills. Let's cross live now to the man who will be taking control of the South African side. As you can see, the icon, that is Zeno J and Jordan Tini. Kia ora, Jordan. How you feeling, brother?
Kia ora, kia ora. Thank you for the kind words. It's appreciated. You know, it's only been maybe a couple of decades since I've played rugby, but I do miss it. I look forward to representing South Africa against this virtual debut for the Steinlager All Blacks.
Mate, there was a couple of fighting words in those pre-game interviews, man. Who was the Zeno J guy, or whatever his name is? Are you looking to put down a sort of a standard that everyone will remember you from today?
Oh no, at the end of the day, I'm just here to have a good time, you know, enjoy the great sport of rugby, but I'm seeing this as a battle of the North, you know. It's Jack Goodhue versus myself, Jordan Tini. That's really Kawakawa United versus the Rairewa Rugby Club from Ahipara, so it's this battle of the North that I'm going to focus on, and hopefully I can bring away a win with South Africa in mind.
Beautiful. All right, let's head down south then and talk to the man who you just referred to then, the man who's been tasked with controlling the Steinlager All Blacks today, Northland Taniwha, Canterbury Crusader and All Black number 1165, Mr. Jack Goodhue. Jack, thank you so much for joining us, mate. Are you nervous and are you excited?
Mate, I'm nervous and excited. I don't know how this is going to go.
Can this compare, like running out on the actual rugby field with the black jersey on to, say, controlling 23 other people running out onto a rugby field and playing?
Mate, I feel more like the coach. You know, as a player, when you're out there on the field, you just worry about yourself. Here, I'm controlling, 23, awesome New Zealanders, and I want to do them proud.
Mate, confidence levels, where do they sit from 1 to 10? Where are you sitting confidence-wise?
Mate, honestly, I've got no idea. I'm playing against an expert gamer, so I'm probably going to be up against it, but I know I've got a good team, so I'm going to give myself a good, solid 6.
A 6? We can last with a 6, mate. Well, all the very best. We'll all be cheering for you. Obviously, we do want to see the Steinlager All Blacks do well. Speaking of which, it's time now to meet those 23 everyday New Zealanders who will be pulling on the black jersey for the very first time in the inaugural Steinlager All Blacks test. And as you can see, it's a good coverage there. And we'll start in the front row with number 1, Troy Okane of the Avalon Wolves. He's the pride. Charlie Tautari from Blenheim, the music maestro in hooker, and Alistair Gray from the Deep South. Into the locking pair, and we've got Darren the Disco Dad Jardin and Trish Holmes. Trish, a teacher aide from Waiuku. Into the Lucies, and you heard from him earlier, number 6, Danella Jackson, the Hamilton party planner. Number 7, Peter Byrne, and the big number 8, Andre Van Schvalk, the Auckland sound engineer. Let's head out into the backs now, and in halfback, number 9, the Yappy, Matt Holster, Auckland charity volunteer and Rainbow Community proud representative. And of course, it wouldn't be a rugby team without a number 10 out of Christchurch. That responsibility sits on the shoulders of Michael Calder, the real estate agent. Into the midfield, and Matthew Williams, the Palmerston North Sports coordinator, in 12, and Jax Roper, the Hamilton businesswoman in 13. Of course, the all-important wingers for New Zealand Rugby sees number 14, Dan George, with all of Victory Primary School. He is the principal there. They will be cheering for him, and the famous, world-famous number 11 jersey will be worn by Joe Tofolau, the Orewa road marking manager. And then number 15, she said she would be too scared to even jump on a rugby field, but there is Angela Mack, making her debut for the All Blacks, the Blenheim fitness coach. So we head into the reserves, and Farah Davis, she is wearing number 16. Jessica Wong, the entrepreneur from Palmerston North, in 17. Wayne Hawker is going to bring all 63 years of his experience into the 18 jumper off the bench. Natasha Ikawa, the performing arts teacher from Hokitika, is wearing number 19. Mike Morrissey, the social worker and the pride of Taranaki Rugby, wears number 20. Brandon Roberts puts away the referee's whistle and wears number 21 tonight. Muriel Walsh, the Auckland-based mentor, is wearing number 22. And rounding out the 23 is Tyson Cass, a chef and volunteer surf lifesaver out of Dunedin. So very, very exciting times. We now stop the talking, stop the entering, and we get into the action. Ladies and gentlemen, the first half of what will only be known as the inaugural test match between the Steinlager ALTBLACKS and, of course, South Africa. And I'm just getting word that the teams are starting to run out onto the field, which is always the exciting part. I'm interested to see just how good Jack Goodhue can take his rugby mind and put it into his fingers and see how well he controls our Steinlager ALTBLACKS side. This has obviously been a few days, a few months in the planning. And here we see them as they run out onto the field. That looks to me like Eden Park and the fireworks. Remember when we used to go to Eden Park and it was packed out? That's right. Well, it's packed out tonight, and there we see the South African side with that absolutely daunting locking pair of Etzebeth and Diega. They'll be putting plenty of pressure on the All Blacks, and it'll be Pollard who kicks off this match. Andre Pollard and Zenajay looking to kick it into the wind, and nicely taken there from the All Blacks. The big lock, Darren the Disco Dad Jardy. Now we can see the All Blacks keep possession and starting to spin it wide nice and early. A great ball and run around, wrap around, but they keep possession. Dangerous play there from the All Blacks as they remain in possession. And they spin it wide again. Here's the big winger unwinding, Joe Tofalau. He fends off Colby, and the All Blacks remain in possession. South Africa playing some staunch defence though. They haven't moved far up the field as they all pile in to try and win that turnover. Still with the All Blacks, and it's a knock on. Looks like Jax Roper there knocked that on, and Etzebeth has the ball in hand as the South Africans start to pile in. Ball cleared, and Mbappe, a little bit of a goose step, and they'll say no advantage. It was in fact Angela Mack who came storming in from the back and knocked it on.
Crouch, bind.
Just like a bit of a smile there from Zenajay. He knows he's got the power in the scrum. It's a big scrum. Jack Goodhue, look at the grin on his face. He knows that was all power, and it's spun wide again. Joe Tofalau taken down on the tackle quite nicely there by Cheslin Colby. The All Blacks now marching up the field. Good ground being made. And it looks like they'll keep possession. Real struggle. No, South Africa pushing over the ball, and they've turned it over. So Cheslin Colby with a chance. Tofalau proving he's not only an attacking threat, but good on defence too. Oh, great running rugby here.
Release.
South Africa pile in again. To Clerk. To Diolande. Oh, great run up the middle. The All Blacks pile back in, trying to turn that possession, but it's South Africa's ball. Jesse Creel, bit of a sidestep. Great defence there from Jax Roper. And it looks like All Blacks could turn this ball over, and they have. Here go the All Blacks. A kick from behind the ruck into the wind, so it'll stay in. Cheslin Colby roaming back to get it. LaRue with an easy take, and more great defence there from the All Blacks.
Advantage.
Oh, knock on there from Detroit. So let's see what Jack Goodhue and his Steinlager All Blacks team can do with this ball, knowing they have the advantage. Plenty of possession for the All Blacks so far. Another good ball, and Dan George slipping his way through a couple of tackles, but no advantage.
Bind.
So it comes back to the scrum.
Set.
There's Matt Holster feeding that ball in. The All Blacks having some real struggles at scrum time, and South Africa have turned it. And Yolande goes up the middle. Good likely tackle there from Matthew Williams. Ball out again. Khaleesi running strong, but not strong enough. as the All Blacks try and pile into this and turn it over. They haven't been able to do so. Oh, pressure on the line though, and the All Blacks have it. They have turned it over, they have indeed. Ball waiting at the back of the ruck. Matt Holster goes blind. A spin ball through. Opening up inside the 22 now. The All Blacks piling in to try and keep possession. A little one off the ruck ball. He's taking it in. And out of bounds. Disappointment on the face. And I think Jordan, he knows. He got lucky there. Here comes the line out. 15 minutes into the game. That's the first line out of the game. Oh, not thrown well at all, and the All Blacks have it. Spinning it wide. Inside ball, outside ball again. Great ball passing here. And the All Blacks have it. Haven't really made much ground. They certainly got right across the field. And they keep possession, which is the main thing. Calling a new play now. Goodhue, he's called for the outside kick, has he? He has indeed. It's a great chip indeed. Well taken. They're marching it up the field now. The All Blacks piling in to try and keep possession, but it looks like South Africa's turned it over. Zenajay with a great play. And de Klerk knocks it on. This could be more pressure piling it in from the Steinlager All Blacks. They keep possession. We have Matt Holster to make that decision. He keeps the ball in tight. The All Blacks pile in to try and keep their position again, pushing South Africa off. That's what they need to do. Dummy ball out wide. It's gone wide. It's Joe. Big Joe Tafalo. Cool. There he is. The All Blacks first on the board. And Jack Goodhue using the tactic of in and out before spinning it wide. And Big Joe Tofalo is the first scorer for the All Blacks. And the big number 8, Andre van Schalk, converts that try. Eden Park lights up as one. 7-0 to the All Blacks. Jack, can you give us a little insight, Jack? Just what you were planning there, did that all come off to plan?
Exactly how I planned it, mate. Taking them edge to edge, little chip over the top. Just happy that these guys got the skill set to be able to do those plays.
As we continue in, Vermeulen making some big hits in close. Of course, Jack Goodhue in charge and in control of the Steinlager All Blacks, getting on this getting a try early as he tries to keep possession here, and it looks like the All Blacks have done enough to get that ball back. It's now in the hands of Matt Holster as he decides what he's going to do. It's a box kick like we didn't see enough of them last weekend. And LaRue collects it easily and runs it back as South African forwards pile in to keep possession. The All Blacks playing it safe as de Klerk runs straight and hard.
Release.
Wonderful run. And I'm not sure what Holster's doing back there. And it's a messy pass, and the All Blacks have somehow stumbled on it. Dan George, and I can hear Victory Primary School right now screaming from Christchurch, giving him support as the All Blacks look to try and keep possession here just over halfway. Once again, Matt Holster deciding on what to do. Great run there from Calder. Calder passes it out wide to Jax Roper. Roper gets tackled though. And it's looking like another chip. Such a strategic chipper. Perhaps we'll see a bit more of this from Jack Goodhue in his everyday game as well. Loves a good chip. And it's marked quite easily this time, so went a bit too far. We'll see what South Africa decide to do here. Looks like they're taking the kick. And judging by the wind, they haven't judged it very well. So taken by the big fella, Joe Buffalo. And hits some heavy contact now, taking a while for Matt Holster to make it there and clear the ball. Little chip over the top. Here we go again. Goodhue being a bit cute on the control pad at the moment. Creel has dived on it. Let's see if the All Blacks can get over the top of this. They can't. South Africa's possession. Midway between their 22 and halfway. Tiolande meets some heavy contact in the midfield from Matthew Williams. Here's Creel. Again, more heavy contact, this time from Darren the Disco Dad Jardin. Unrelenting play from the All Blacks in a terrible pass there. It's the only way to describe that. And Jordan not happy with that one. You can see him shaking his head. Zenajay still struggling to find those players out wide. South Africa steal the throw. And it looks like the All Blacks have stolen it again, and a little chip forward. This is a dangerous one. It's bouncing around in the end zone. No one wants it. It goes dead. Truly exciting moment there. No one wanted to touch that. It could have stayed in. It didn't. So 33 minutes on the clock, still 7-0 to the Steinlager All Blacks, and it'll be a 22 dropout from South Africa. Zenajay once again looking to use that win to keep the ball in bounds, keep this game alive. Just to see these All Blacks run around a bit. And it's well retrieved from Angela Mack. She goes into some heavy contact as well. South Africans defending very, very well, short of the ruck. And that's a turnover. Detroit somehow running around in broken play, ends up with the ball in hand. South Africa looking promising now. Andre Pollard. Oh, met with some staunch defence from the number 9, Matt Holster. South Africa remain in possession though. Dwayne Van Meulen straight up the middle. More heavy contact from the All Blacks. Delande.
Release.
Net with the welcoming party. Looked like the big man Andre Van Spalk in there. And I can see a strategy here. Another box kick. That train is never late. But it's the big fella Joe Tofalau who takes possession and goes himself. What a run. It took the covering tackle to bring him down right on halfway. And South Africa has pushed over this ball and they will get possession. Let's see how well the All Blacks can defend in the last 2 minutes of the half. As Andre Pollard tries to run it straight into the big traffic. And he's dealt with by Trish Holmes. Cheslin Colby now. Twinkle toes. 1 minute to go in the first half. The All Blacks piling in to try and get the turnover. Another big tackle there, that from Matt Holster. And the All Blacks almost had possession there. That is half time. There's the hooter. Eden Park, you can see in the background, jumping around. Looks like a separate strategy. Oh, he's tried to chip it and he's knocked it on. No advantage played, and that'll bring the half to a close as we look through and see just what's happening in the games. The stats don't lie. 50% possession and very, very close in territory. Nothing really stands out other than the tackles that South Africa's had to make. 45 to only 25 tackles from the All Blacks. So an exciting first half of action, and Jack Goodhue showing a bit more range than we thought he would with a couple of cheeky chips. But let's not settle for just Jack Goodhue as the All Blacks. Let's hear from some of the guys in the black jumper with some words of encouragement.
Kia ora. This is a message from all the boys to the Steinlager All Blacks.
Congratulations on making the team. We want to wish you all the best for your game against South Africa next month.
Make sure you practice your side steps and your tackling because they're going to be tough.
But we know you've got the skills and character to give them a run for their money.
And if the All Blacks are ever short in numbers, we'll be in touch.
Rightio. Back into the second half. No rest for the wicked. And you can see some more staunch defence from the South Africans. They look to try and push the All Blacks off the ball, and they've done so. Now we'll cross over to Zenajay, and that's a look of absolute concentration. We hope we don't put him off. No. Mate, how's it been going? Are you a little surprised with the way Jack Goodhue's been attacking this game?
Oh, not at all. It's been a lot of fun, you know, just those breakdowns. I am having trouble getting out of them, and then as soon as I get my ball out, you know, I just get rinsed out once more. So it's been a fun time, personally. Even though, you know, we're not in the dominant position, it's been fun.
Not in the dominant position indeed. And oh, what could have been an absolute stunner. It's been dropped forward. And just missed that pass. And out of absolute howler there, you can see the face of Jack Goodhue. He's not happy with that one. No, our All Black fans, that's disappointing to say the least. He certainly brought his kicking boots today, but that was not one he'd like to remember. Jack, what went wrong there, mate? What did you push the wrong button?
something like that, mate. You know, trying to be a bit too creative here and get a bit of set piece going. I know that's where the space is. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. What a run! What a run! From all the way back in their own 22, Angela Mack. Oh, no! Oh, my goodness. I thought I'd seen the biggest howler of the game. We've just had another. Angela Mack just had to put the ball down. She was running in to make it an easier conversion and ended up getting tackled over the dead ball line. And Jack Goodhue, wowzers, we've seen it all in the inaugural test match of the Steinlager ALTBLACKS. All right, let's see what he can do from here. Can he build another attacking phase? It's pretty impressive seeing Angela Mack running it from the back. Another offload, oh, intercept. Vermeulen picks up the stray pass, and South Africa piles back in. Zenajay's back in this match. Can he make this a 14-point swing? As South Africa pile in. Goodhue, inside ball to Goodhue, who gets absolutely slammed by the number 7, Peter Byrne. White power school teacher taking all his frustrations out of teaching in this game. And a great move there from Pollard as he spun through the first tackle. The All Blacks looking to try and keep possession. De Klerk. Oh, strong run and a big fend. Got rid of Charlie Tautare. And South Africa starting to come to life. Those big rumbling forwards. And Cheslin Colby, makes it up. Again, the All Blacks trying to pile in and get this turnover. They've done well. It looks like they've done it too. The ball sits in the hands of Matt Holster, who spins it out wide. Another wide pass, but easily dealt with there. Holster goes to the open side. Great ball. Joe Tofalau met with some strong defense from South Africa. They persist. They stay blind. More great defense from South Africa as the All Blacks pile in again. This is grinding rugby. It's going to be tight. Oh, elaborate. He's passed it out wide to Dan George. Dan, one-on-one with the fullback. And he couldn't make him miss. The All Blacks look like they still have possession. They're looking to go wide again. Plenty of passing. This is expansive rugby used here from Jack Goodhue, controlling the Steinlager ALTBLACKS. It looks like he might have lost possession. He has. South Africa back with the ball now. You see the missed pass there. And Krail with a big fend. Storming his way up past the halfway line. Closing in on the All Black 22. Score still 0, 57 minutes into the game. And Khaleesi with a big carry, but met with some staunch defense from the centre, Jax Roper. Looks like he's changed his strategy here, or is it? It's another box kick from the South Africans. And that's a tough one for Angela Mack to have to deal with. She's taking control of it though. It looks like the All Blacks will remain in possession. And Jack Goodhue is looking to do a box kick of his own through the foot of Matt Holster. Great little ball there, and that's a wonderful run, but a great tackle as well. Once again, that's Jax Roper who's getting up the field and making some pretty telling tackles. South Africa with the ball. Cheslin Colby, step, and a bit of a fend, still going. Colby's still going! Eventually brought down. The All Blacks will need a turnover. They haven't been able to get it. What are we seeing now here in the back line? Krail, Elton Mbappe, fends him off. Fended off big Joe Tofalau. And South Africa remains in possession. This is getting close, folks. Cheslin Colby again, right up the middle. And the All Blacks look like they've got some forwards around the ball. They can't get possession, though. Looks like Khaleesi with the ball. Spins it out wide. Andre Pollard in through the middle. More great defense this time by Andre van Schwalk. And the turnovers happen. The All Blacks get a chance to clear the ball, but some tough defense there from big Dwayne Van Meulen. And it looks like South Africa's going to turn the ball back right in front of the posts, only 7 or 8 metres out. And big Itzabeth tries to run it straight at Charlie Tautare. The hooker gets in and does some damage though. And it looks like the All Blacks have turned it over. They have. A chance to clear perhaps. Jack Goodhue heard me this time. And it's a big clearance. And Roper back in there doing what she does best, which is some great defense. And the All Blacks have got the ball back. Some great interplay just before halfway. South Africa scrambling now on defense. Matt Holster gets it out wide. Oof, big contact there from Mbappe. And Roper got dealt to there, but does it back and, oh, knock on. So the All Blacks are under an advantage at the moment, so they can afford to draw up a play. It looks like a tricky one. And a great kick, great clearance kick straight up the middle. Oh, there we go. A wonderful kick, and Angela Mack has ended up with the ball in possession. And the All Blacks piling in to try and keep that possession. Advantage is over. South Africa's turned it over. What do they have in reply? Andre Pollard takes it into contact. The All Blacks start to pile on in. As we see, we are closing in on the 10-minute mark left to go in the game. And Jack Goodhue is calling a new move. He's had plenty of practice when he's doing these moves. Look at that. Razzle dazzle. Mack passes it out wide. Hofalau. Oh, tackled out of bounds. And it has been an absolute slogfest in the second half. No real room to move. Back and forth between the Steinlager All Blacks and, of course, South Africa. So a line out now. Let's see how this goes. To Clerk, out to Colby. Colby finds some open pasture, runs it straight into some heavy contact there from Michael Calder. And South Africa remains in possession. Oh, Jesse Crail, look at that. Big Fend still running. Wonderful running rugby from South Africa. And the All Blacks look like they didn't put enough people in there to turn their ball over, so South Africa stay with it. Once again, some real heavy defense from Jax Roper in the number 13 position. Crail again, getting their hand free and fending. Now we're starting to see the All Blacks pile into this breakdown, but to no avail. Skip pass out to the midfield. The All Blacks look like they've got players around this one, but still South Africa remain in possession. Diego, big, slow, lumbersome, and put backwards. And it looks like the All Blacks are going to turn this over. They have. So, what can Goodhue do with this? With 5 minutes to go in the game. This is what he can do. I'll tell you this much for free. It's Dan George out wide. Spins it in, and big. He couldn't have found a bigger South African to pass it to. Etzebeth was standing there just waiting. However, the ball is still in possession, just over the halfway mark for the All Blacks. Spun it through the hands. Now one-on-one. Back to the open side. And more heavy contact there from South Africa as the All Blacks pile in to try and save possession. We've got a big line out wide. Here we go again. It's Roper. Passes it out. Angela Mack. Still possession with the All Blacks. Looking like they're calling a new play. Another chip perhaps. There it goes. Goodhue out wide. What a kick. What a chip. And there we could have our second try of the match. No! Well, that is 2 tries that really just need to be put down. But it won't matter. The inaugural test match played by the Steinlager All Blacks will come down to a victory to the All Blacks after the stunning try in the first half, and they're happy. The try, of course, Tofalau, and the big number 8, Van Schwalk, stepping up to do the conversion. So 7-0, Jack Goodhue and his mighty Steinlager All Blacks. Well, they pick up the first win. So let's go live now, and we'll catch up with Zenajay, of course. Jordan, that was a match and a half, mate. You stayed in it. There were a couple of occasions where Jack Goodhue really just needed to put the ball down, and he would have sealed the deal. But you stayed in it, mate. Talk us through that match.
Yeah, there were a few 50-50 passes that I just had grand plans for, but unfortunately I didn't have the coverage out wide. But to see those kind of reflected and you know, Jack's unfortunate missed try opportunities. One really big run from, I believe it was LetsPlay.Live there, and they didn't secure that try. And then that final try that wasn't secured was, I feel pretty good after that, to be honest, Mark.
Mate, you obviously were entrusted with a South African team that's full of very big, heavy forwards. Was there some thought before you went into this game where you thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep it in nice and tight. I'm going to play the bruising rugby game. Did you have to change from that once he scored?
No, not really. A lot of, when I played rugby myself years ago now, it was all about the forwards. The forwards, make all the impact. So I was trying to really keep it concentrated on those breakdowns and ensure that, my guys could try to get out of there. But the Steinlager ALTBLACKS, they were amazing at every breakdown, and it's so great to see, regular Kiwis get this opportunity to put on a jersey that not many people have the opportunity to do. So it was really great to see them all out there playing as the ALTBLACKS.
Just like you do when you're on Saturday morning sports with your kids, you get to choose the opposition players sort of MVP. When you look around that ALTBLACK team, was there anyone who stood out in particular that you would say, man, we were scorched by them? Who was it?
Definitely has to be Mac. That player was just fast. They were fast, and they made a lot of my time out on the field very tricky with how they'd break away from the pack and lose meters for me. So definitely Angeli Mac, I think, was the standout there for the ALTBLACKS.
And of course we all love him, we all respect him, but a little more respect in the gaming world for Jack Goodhue now after seeing his gaming skills. Yep, I would say so. He's already cut off. All right, let's cross now to the man himself who picked up that first inaugural match win for the ALTBLACKS. And Jack Goodhue, you must be full of praise for a team that went out there today and dominated.
Oh, mate, they were good. A couple of mistakes from me, but can't blame my team. I tell you what, they've been working hard. About 1,000 virtual squats by the team. And I tell you, if they choose to change their career, I might be out of a job.
Mate, if you were, let's just put you in Fozzie's shoes right now. You're up at halftime. You're up by only 7 though. It's been a tough grind, and you know that you've missed out on an opportunity where someone was showboating on that back line. What would Fozzie be saying to the team at halftime, and then what would he say come full time after a win like that?
Oh, mate, he'd say, you're lucky we got away with this one, but the opportunities left out there on the field. Got to take a good hard look at ourselves, and we just can't afford to do that next week.
I love that. Hey Jack, thank you so much for your time, brother. We absolutely enjoyed watching you play. You're quite the gamer, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we're all sitting here going, we see how we go, But that was impressive, mate. So well done, congratulations.
That was a lot of fun.
Top man. All right, so we're going to hear now from one of the players in the winning ALTBLACKS side. This is Natasha Ukiao.
It is amazing. After 100 years, it never gets old. New Zealand did it again.
There we go, Natasha, and well done to the Steinlager ALTBLACKS picking up the maiden victory, of course. Well done to Jack Goodhue. A massive thank you to everyone involved in this broadcast. Big thank you to Steinlager for giving everybody an opportunity to pull that coveted black jersey on. A big thanks to the team at Let's Play Live for the live broadcast. And thank you for you guys for watching at home. Thank you for entering. We will see you again soon. My name is Mark Peard. Ka kite anō.
It's official. I've got a new team. A team of regular Kiwis for the video game Rugby Challenge 4. The Steinlager ALTBLACKS.